Hey, this is C&D channel. I'm Chris. This is also Chris, and this is MMA for you. We're going to be doing our predictions for UFC 153. So, Jose Aldo versus Anderson Silva versus Stephan Bonnar, which is going to happen on October 13. What do you think about this card, man?
I like it. I mean, the spider is on it, so I mean, how bad could it be? And we have some names like Big Nog and Demian Maia, Phil Davis. Looks like a pretty solid card to me.
Actually, despite losing their losing Rampage and then their main event of Jose Aldo versus Frank Edgar, they managed to salvage this card pretty well, in my opinion, to the best of their abilities. Obviously, I'd have loved to have seen Jose Aldo versus Frank Edgar. I think Maldonado versus Glover Teixeira is actually still a really good fight. Especially the way Rampage has been looking as of late too. He's not always motivated. So, I had Nogueira in there. It's still not a bad card for sure. Let's get right to it then, huh?
Let's do this.
Okay, pound for pound, great. Anderson the Spider Silva fights the American Psycho Stephan Bonnar at 205. I got Anderson Silva. I think that not much has to be said there. Bonnar's very game. His chin is insane. He's tough to finish. He's a guy that likes to brawl. He does have good Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He gets stronger as the fight goes on. But Anderson Silva is just from a different planet as far as his striking goes. His timing, his head movement, his accuracy, his creativity on the stand-up. And I think he has good enough takedown defense to not get taken down by Bonnar. What do you think?
I have to agree with you on this one. Anderson Silva, I think he's gonna kick his butt, and doesn't look like anybody in the division is gonna be able to test him anytime soon, at least.
Oh, 185 eventually, like a guy like Chris Weidman will get up there. Bisping versus Stan, the winner of that. But man, the thing with Anderson, I like Bonnar, but Bonnar's been a perpetual mid-tier fighter at 205. He is on a 3-fight win streak, but the guys are like Krzysztof Szczynski, Igor Prokrayak, Kyle Kingsbury. It's just he's beat lower tier guys he should be able to beat. But it doesn't really go higher than that. I think Anderson Silva takes this one pretty handily. I don't think there's money in the upset there. What do you think?
I'm going to have to agree with you on this one. I mean, this is going to be a pretty one-sided fight. And I think the Spider's he's going to KO him. Yeah. So.
Okay, cool, man. Next fight after that, we have Fabio Maldonado versus Glover Teixeira. This one's tough for me to call, man. I'm a huge Fabio Maldonado fan. This guy is in some of the most exciting brawls and just stand-up fights. I mean, the guy's defense sucks really bad. His offense is awesome, and his body punches are some of the best in mixed martial arts right now. But I'm going to go Glover Teixeira. How about you, man?
I'm also going to go with Glover Teixeira. How do you pronounce the last name?
I say Teixeira with that.
Teixeira. Yeah, I think he's got good stand-up, strong Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh, man, Kyle Kingsbury, man. He got mounted and arm triangled so quick, man.
He's also on a 16-fight win streak, I think, too.
Sheesh, yeah. He's always been a good fighter. I was on the outside looking in. Once he got into UFC, he crushed Kingsboo. Only 2 losses in his career. I mean, just a really well-rounded guy. I definitely think there's a lot of hype behind him, so it makes me very cautious about him because it's like John Jones reigns supreme in the division, and anyone that looks really good in 205 is going to be like, oh, I wonder if he can challenge John Jones. Oh, look at what Glover did to Kingsboo, Oh, he's going to challenge John Jones. So, there's a lot of hype behind the guy, but a lot of it's justified. I mean, he is a well-rounded fighter, top 10 potential. Maldonado, though, man, he's a guy that I don't think he'll get finished, man. That guy's chin is insane. His defense sucks. So he tends to lose decisions that he probably should have won. I think he beat Igor Prokhorak. I thought he beat Kyle Kingsbury. But his defense is so bad. He gets hit clean so many times that even though he has really strong offense, it's hard to erase in your mind that he got hit clean by knee. I mean, this is a guy that'll get himself clinched in the Muay Thai clinch, right?
Mm-hmm.
He starts getting kneed in the face, and he counters it by just body punching until the guy stops. I mean, seriously, watch his fights. I mean, that's what he does when he's in a Muay Thai clinch. I mean, he's awesome. I love Maldonado, but I think Glover Teixeira is going to win this one. And
Good.
Next fight after that, we have Dave Pee Wee Herman versus Antonio Rodrigo Minotauro Nogueira. Who do you got for this, man?
I'm going to have to go with the veteran on this one. I'm going to go with Big Nog. Good beat, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, good boxing, good sweeps. I think he's going to be able to pull it out on this one.
Oh, yeah, man. The problem with Dave Herman is that he's got motivation issues, I mean, his corner actually told him to try harder. His wrestling's good, and his stand-up's not that bad. He has some power. He's on a 2-fight losing streak, though. I think his motivation issues are going to work against him, against a guy like Nogueira, who's a really focused guy. He's a veteran, Nogueira's a veteran. He has good boxing himself. Dave Herman doesn't believe in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I think Nogueira can prove otherwise if it hits the ground. Even in the stand-up, Nogueira... It's dangerous for Nogueira in the stand-up these days because he has been getting knocked out by Frank Mir and Cain Velasquez. But he's still a good boxer in stand-up. He did knock out Schaub. He does have pretty good hands, but he does still have a pretty good chin, which is deteriorating, So it makes me kind of worried for him. If Nogueira gets it to the ground, though, he should win. Even in the stand-up, I'd still give him the edge. I'm definitely going with Nogueira to win this one.
I'm going with Big Nog also, so hopefully he wins.
Next fight after that. This one's tough for me to call. John Fitch fights Erick Silva. Who do you got, man?
Ooh, this is a close one. You know what? I'm going to go with John Fitch on this one.
Fitch, huh? You think
you
think Erick Silva? I got Silva, man.
Silva? Uh-oh.
You think he's going to get Fitched?
I think he might. There's a really good chance he's going to get Fitched.
He's going to get taken down. Top controlled all day, stay busy, ground and pound, right?
A lot of wrestling,
Yeah.
He's going to try to take him down.
Put him up against the cage, grind.
Exactly.
Yeah, grind.
So, I see it going on, going on the ground, and I think Fitch is going to use his wrestling to, neutralize Silva's strengths. So
that's very possible, but I do have Erick Silva winning this one. He trains at Team Nogueira, dynamic stand-up. He's fast and explosive. He showed in the Brenneman fight that he is good at getting back to his feet when taken down. Obviously, though, John Fitch is a better wrestler in MMA. I think so, anyways. Or has proven against stronger competition than Brenneman. I'm just thinking that Silva... There's a lot of questions with Silva because you don't see him pass the first round. So that's kind of worries me, his cardio and whatnot. Yeah, I think he'll win in the stand-up. The wrestling, though, is definitely going to be tough. It's really close, man. But, I'm going to go with Silva. Honestly, I think John Fitch is kind of the more proven guy, and you know what he's going to do. And it's just a matter of whether Erick Silva can stop it or not. Understandably, though, Erick Silva, he's a great fighter, but John Fitch has been doing what he's been doing against some really good opposition. So, you got Fitch, I got Silva.
Fitch. That's correct.
Okay, next fight after that, Phil Davis fights Wagner Prado. It's a rematch, actually.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
who won the first one?
No one won. It was a no contest because Phil Davis accidentally eye-poked Wagner Prado.
Oh, okay.
Who do you got, man?
I got Phil Davis on this one. I don't know. He's got good wrestling, strong Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Mm-hmm. His stand-up is pretty decent, and I think he's too much of a match for Wagner.
I think Phil Davis will be able to also win this one. I think he'll be able to take the fight to the ground whenever he wants to and get top control. Wagner Prado, from my knowledge, is on like a blue belt under the Nogueira brothers. He's still young. He has one strike KO power, though. His stand-up is deadly. And he looks like Hulk. I mean, the guy is so ripped. Phil Davis, actually, though, is Adonis himself. So, I think the wrestling's just the factor here. Phil Davis just has the better wrestling, top control. He's fought some really good competition. Stand-up's improving, but, I don't know if he's going to keep the fight standing. I think his best bet is just to take the fight to the ground, hunt for the submission when, pass guard, hunt for submission. I got Phil Davis winning that one too. Okay,
Sounds good.
Next fight after that, and the final fight of the main card, as there's 6 fights on the main card, we have Demian Maia versus Rick the Horror Story. Who do you got, man?
I got Demian Maia on this one. I mean, he's got, he's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's got strong transitions to the ground game, and I don't know. Has he been doing very well lately?
He won his last fight against Dong Hyun Kim.
Okay. Oh, against okay.
Due to rib injury, though, so it wasn't.
Yeah, that was kind of an awkward injury. But yeah, I mean, I got Demian Maia on this one.
This is a really close fight, in my opinion, as well. Rick's story. I mean, the guy's really offense minded. He pushes forward a lot. One thing he'll do is like push. He'll just push forward and start throwing a bunch of body punches until you get against a cage. Throw a lot of body punches there. Maybe go for a takedown. He can grind. He likes to brawl a lot of times. His cardio's not that great though, but his offense makes up for a lot of his shortcomings. One thing about Story that's really interesting is that he's a wrestler. He's a good wrestler, but his takedown defense actually isn't that good. He gets taken down. I think he's been taken down by just about every opponent he's fought in the UFC. That's why I'm going to go with Demian Maia to win this one. Demian Maia has some really underrated takedowns. Go back to the Chael Sonnen lateral drop, for example. His Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu on the ground is just insane. It's light years ahead of so many fighters. No exception here. His striking, though, his boxing's not that great, though. So I hope he tries to get this fight. Relentlessly goes for the takedown and goes to the ground. That's the old Demian Maia. He showed a little bit of that in the stun gun fight, where he just abandoned his striking and just went for the takedown right away. I hope he does that against Story. So yeah, I'm gonna go Demian Maia, but this is a very close fight in my opinion.
I think it's gonna be close. I think it'll probably end in a submission, hopefully by Demian Maia. And
well, Rick Story's not gonna submit Demian Maia.
Oh no, I mean Demian Maia is probably gonna submit Rick Story, or that's what I think the outcome's gonna be. But
cool.
I don't know. We'll see.
Cool. On to the prelim card then. We have Hani Jason, Mariano Bezerra versus Sam Cecilia. Who do you got, man?
I got Bezerra on this one. He trains with Team Nogueira, from what I understand. He's on a 6-fight win streak right now.
Yeah.
He's got good stand up, good Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I don't know. It's I like his style, and I think he's gonna take it.
Yeah, I'm going Bezerra too. Or I'll call him Jason here. Cecilia, though, is a good fighter, man. This guy has some KO power. 7-fight win streak himself. 26 years old. He just knocked out Cristiano Marcello in his last fight. One thing that does worry me about this fight with Jason is that he's a small featherweight. I think he's fought a good amount of his fights in bantamweight. So I'm a bit worried that the size factor is going to be a big factor here. His training's good, like you said, trains at Team Nogueira. On the Ultimate Fighter Brazil, he just showed well-rounded abilities both on the ground and in the stand-up. He is kind of crazy, too. I don't know how else to say it, but yeah, I'm going to go with Hani Jason to win this one. Okay, next fight after that, we got Yeah. Next right after that, we have some heavyweights as Gabriel Napao Gonzaga fights UFC newcomer Geronimo. I think this is Mondragon dos Santos. You got, man?
I got Gabriel Gonzaga. I know Geronimo. This is his first Dos Santos' first fight in the UFC, and so, typically, when it's your first fight, you have no idea what's going on. So typically, I'm gonna go with Gabriel on this one, Gonzaga.
Yeah. One thing about Dos Santos, besides that this guy also looks like a Hulk, and is that he's on 10-fight win streak, but a lot of the guys he's fought aren't that great. Some people do call him a can crusher. And he has an interesting record, 31-14 record, 20 wins by KO or TKO, 9 wins by sub, but he's lost 6 times by KO or TKO and 6 times by sub as well. Gonzaga, I was impressed in his last fight. He just went for the takedown. He just totally abandoned his striking and just went for the takedown, got his opponent's back, choked him out. It was good stuff. I hope to see that Gonzaga back. Gonzaga's striking's not bad. He has good strong hands. He's kind of slow, He's a big heavyweight. He has good kicks, But I think Gonzaga's going to win this one. I hope he takes us to the ground and just gets the sub. He should have the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu edge over Geronimo here.
I'm going to have to agree with you on this one.
Okay, next right after that. Gleison Tibau fights Francisco Masaranduba Trinaldo.
Ooh.
Who you got, man?
I got Tibau on this one. He's got strong takedown defense. He's pretty big for lightweight. His stand-up has been, improving pretty steadily. Good takedowns, good top control. Pretty strong Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and so I see him winning this fight.
Yeah, you actually just also described Masaranduba as well. Masaranduba used to fight, and on the show he was fighting at 185. He was big too. I mean, the guy was so muscular. But this is more of his natural weight class, I guess. I mean, he's huge. But yeah, he's fought his majority of his career in lightweight. I like Masaranduba, and this one's actually a close fight too because they're pretty similar fighters. They're both big for the weight class. Both have some pretty decent stand-up. But their takedown games are good. I like Trinaldo's ground and pound. He saw that against Elson Delano in his last fight. And he showed strong takedown defense too. Tibau's done the same. So they're very similar in that regard. I mean, they're just kind of like the same guy fighting each other, I'm going to go with Tibau, though. He's just a little more proven here. He's fought some of the best guys in the UFC. Hasn't beaten them, but he definitely has more experience over higher level of competition. I'm going to go with Tibau here, but I'm going to look out for this fight because Masaranduba could make some waves in the division potentially. I'm very curious to see what he can do at lightweight. Yeah.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Cool. Next fight after that, we have Ultimate Fighter winner Diego Brando fighting Joey Gambino. Who do you got, man?
I got Joey Gambino on this one. I think Diego Brando is a little too reckless, a little too wild. Takes too many risks, not in a good way. So I'm going to go with Gambino on this one.
It's funny you mentioned takes risks, but not in a good way, because I still remember his fight against, in the Ultimate Fighter, against, I got his name now. In the Ultimate Fighter, he ran into a punch, was getting ground and pounded, and then his opponent, though, got armbarred. I can't believe I got who the opponent is because he's the beach muscles guy. Has a really good guillotine chokes. I can't believe I'm blanking right now on who this guy is. Jeez. But yeah, I like Brando. He trains at Jackson's, but he showed in the Darren Elkins fight that he's a great first rounder. And that just does not bode well for him and picking him. Okay, the guy was Bermudez, by the way. Okay. It's Dennis Bermudez, the Bermudez fight. But also the Elkins fight, yeah, showed the problem with Brando. He's great in the first round. Didn't even look gassed in the second, third. It's just like he like mentally collapsed or something, and Darren Elkins managed to just, get the victory from there. Joey Gambino, he's only has one loss, and that's to Steven Seiler, who is doing really well at featherweight these days. He's only 23 years old, 9-1 record, 3 wins by KO, TKO, 5 wins by sub. He was also on the 2012 Bloody Elbow World MMA Scouting Report as well. I'll go with Gambino. If he's smart, he knows that you just get past the first round with this guy, and once you can get past the first round, then you can take over. So I'm gonna go with Gambino to win this one.
Sounds like a good pick to me.
Okay, next after that, we have some Ultimate Fighter Brazil guys, as Rene Forte fights Sergio Moraes. Moraes. I think it's Moraes. Okay. Who you got, man?
I got Sergio Moraes. I think this is Forte's first fight in the UFC. Mm-hmm. And I always, I always heavily discount people who are coming, just pretty much fresh meat. So I got Sergio Moraes on this one.
Rene Forte was, like, in my opinion, one of the least impressive guys on that Ultimate Fighter Brazil. Didn't show me anything that was that great, to be honest. With Sergio, his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu skills are pretty top-notch. Stand-up's kind of reckless. He showed that against Cesar Mutante. I mean, he just kind of throws with reckless abandon. He's not much of a stand-up guy. But his ground game, really good, deadly. He got 6-2 record. 5 of those ones are by submission. He showed like good leg locks. Just really good movement. I think it was against Delano where he like took his back and just submitted him. It was good stuff. I got Sergio winning this one. Okay, next right after that we have as middleweights as Chris Camozzi fights Luis Arthur Cane.
Ooh.
Who do you got, man?
I'm gonna switch my pick on this one. I got Camozzi.
Camozzi, huh?
Camozzi to beat Kane.
Oh, really?
I don't know. He's on a 2-fight win streak. He's got, he's pretty well rounded.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty decent stand up and on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And Luis Kane hasn't been doing so well, as of late. So I'm gonna go with Camozzi.
Oh, I'm gonna go with Luis Cane here. But yeah, I gotta agree with you. The one thing with Cane that's really bad is he's only won one of his last 4 bouts. That was against Elliot Marshall. He lost his other 3. One of them was kind of embarrassing because he fought Stanislav Nedkov in Brazil in the first UFC Brazil pay-per-view card, and he was the only Brazilian to lose against a non-Brazilian. The other thing is he got hit with an overhand right, and he proceeded to run and jump on the cage. I guess it was really funny. Actually, it's kind of sad that about Luis Cane, because a lot of people saw him as a top 10 guy, and then he just went downhill. I'm going to go with Cane. I believe in this guy, but it is his first cut to 185. He does have really bad defense in the stand-up. However, his offense is really good. His technical Muay Thai is really good. Uppercuts, kicks, good punches, He does have some pretty decent takedown defense as well. Camozzi, though, I always count this guy out, but he keeps winning. He's just a guy I've noticed that's decent everywhere. He has good stand-up. It's not great. His wrestling's good, but not great. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is good, but not great. That's kind of how I always viewed Chris Camozzi. So, yeah. I'm going to go with Luis Cane to win that one. Okay. Finally, we have Reza Madotti versus Cristiano Marcello. Who do you got, man? Mad Dog or Marcello?
You know what? I'm going to go with Madotti on this one.
Ah, the Mad Dog, huh?
He's on a pretty good 7-win fight streak.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty relentless about taking his opponents down.
Mm-hmm.
And, I see him taking Marcello down and, having his way with him.
Really?
I do.
Cristiano Marcello is one of the top Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioners in the world. If he takes him down, Cristiano Marcello will probably, quite honestly, probably get a sweep, maybe even submit from his back. I mean, he is one of the top practitioners in the world. I think he made, I don't know if he invented some sort of variation guillotine or not, but I'm gonna go Cristiano Marcello to win this one just because, once again, he's one of the best Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioners. He was actually the trainer, I believe he was the head Jiu-Jitsu trainer for Shoot the Box, for guys like
Shoot the Box.
Yeah, for guys like Shogun, Vanderlei, and all those guys. So both these guys are ground guys. Madotti, he takes guys down. He's really relentless about it. Uses Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Cristiano Marcello, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I mean, that's the thing, and that's his thing. He's really good at it too. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Cristiano Marcello to win this one. Okay,
Gotcha.
That's pretty much it for our predictions for UFC 153. If you have any comments, just leave them below. You have any final words, my man?
No, I'm just looking forward to UFC 152 this weekend.
That should be good.
John Jones is fighting Vitor.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah,
Benavidez versus Demetrius Johnson. Stand versus Bisbing. Great card right there, man.
It should be exciting. I mean, when's this fight? This fight's on October 13th.
Yeah, this is a good card too. I am looking forward to this card actually. Despite the main events, everyone's like, okay, Anderson's just gonna slaughter the guy. Probably will, but the rest of the card is actually really good too. That's the thing, and it's just fun seeing Anderson Silva fight.
Yeah, no, always a pleasure to watch him. Kick some butt. So
yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. That's it for MMA for you. Thank you guys very much.